We live. Welcome back, all you beautiful people, to that We Got Action podcast. It's episode 43 coming back to y'all with our boy Isaac Moore,
I'm
the
back.
the dad man,
Man, call me Papa Isaac, man.
Papa
That's all
I.
Papa I is back
Yes,
in
sir.
the building.
Congratulations again.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, how's
Been a
that
hectic
going,
two
man?
weeks.
Yeah, let
Been
us
a hectic
know.
2 weeks, man. I got a
Hectic.
blessing.
You
I got
sleeping
a
a
blessing.
lot?
Sleeping a lot, bro. He can eat me out of the house in a home already. So he
That
ain't
was
even make
me.
it.
That was me.
He didn't even make it to his first month, and the feed didn't already increase. So I'm getting eaten out.
That formula, that shit ain't cheap, bro.
Yeah, bro, he didn't ran through formula. He didn't ran through breast milk, bro. He caught up. My girlfriend was like a little factory going on with breast milk, you know.
Yeah.
He caught up.
That's what they say. That's what
Caught,
they say.
caught up with all that. Like we behind. I feel like now on breast milk. We trying to catch up to him.
Hey, if he's anything like us, that boy can eat.
No.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm nervous.
That
I need a
means
good
he's
job.
gonna be big. That means he's gonna be big.
Yeah,
You gotta, you
yeah.
gotta.
All right, so we're gonna jump in. We got some NBA action. We gotta catch up with some stuff. Isaac's missed a little bit. Got some NCAA again. We're gonna get some of Isaac's opinions. It's been one of the craziest NCAA tournaments of all time. And then MLB is coming around the corner, so we're just gonna kind of go through some division winners. We'll get Isaac's World Series pick. Obviously, we gave ours last week. And then preseason awards. I know we were kind of talking a little bit about that this morning.
Yeah.
But just some basic stuff. Who we think's, early favorites for awards and divisions. Nothing crazy. But first off, we're gonna start the NBA winding down. We got 2 more weeks. Easter Sunday, that's the last day of the season, April 9th. And then we're going to kick into the playoffs. So I had a question that I was kind of thinking of. I saw an article that I was reading earlier or later last week. I think it was Thursday or Friday. And it was I won't to say the team because I want to use it as well unless one of you guys take it. But what team do we feel like has the most pressure to succeed going into the playoffs this season? I think there honestly is a handful of teams that have kind of been closer around that bubble and just haven't cracked, whether it's the conference finals or even obviously there's only 2 teams that make it to the finals every year. But, who are we feeling kind of has the most pressure? I'll let you guys go because I've got the team that I think is on definitely on the hot seat.
I got Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
I think that's my thing. The KD acquisition, I think, puts you in win now mode.
Win now, yeah.
And win now mode. And I'll be honest, so far, this trade is biting you in the ass. Because Mikal Bridges in Brooklyn.
Cam. Hey, both of them, dude.
Y'all have been real good when KD's played, though.
They have looked insane.
Yeah.
It's only been like 4 games.
Yeah, but they were looking
that's
like they only played one close game in those 4.
Yeah,
it was that Mavericks Sunday game.
And Booker was averaging like 36.
And right now, and I feel like the teams that's left, and it's kind of funny, and the teams that's left, I feel like the Suns don't have anyone right this second that's in that top 6 that they should have a lot of trouble with if KD is healthy.
Right.
Yeah.
And the team that I think that would have gave them the most trouble, not even sniffing the playoffs right now, and that's Dallas.
Dallas, yeah. So you think it's win or bust then?
Yeah, because how old is CP3? 55, 60?
Yeah, you're close.
Yeah, he up there. So I mean, he on them. Yeah, because he on them last leg, and I think you can rely on a book and a KD for years to come. But with CP3 gone, you're gonna have to find another guard.
Yeah, they're gonna have to make a move for sure.
Yeah, Cam Payne is not gonna be your answer. I think they were supposed to. You was literally supposed to sign like a Reggie Jackson or somebody during these buyouts, and you didn't. And that's where the downfall I feel like gonna be. Because a lot of teams you're gonna see it coming in these playoffs, they're gonna run Chris Paul into the goddamn ground.
Yep.
So
try to see if get his ass injured again for a record. How many straight playoff appearances?
Yeah, I can't watch him look like his legs look like mine today after hooping. Well, I can't walk.
No Charlie horses.
Like. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He looked like that Pelican series looked like that Lily snatched a good 5 years off his career.
Yeah, hey, like, to be honest,
shout out to Yeah,
No.
Jose Alvarado, shout out to you, man.
Jose Alvarado. Go ahead. I know you said you kind of felt in the same boat with the Suns, but
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with the Sixers.
you fucker.
Is that the one up from the
Yeah.
article? I just think that like beyond obviously like Embiid hasn't had a ton of playoff success. Some people say it's his fault because he doesn't have great numbers and over like it's efficiency wise in the playoffs. I think it's part. I mean, you can kind of say that. You can also say that they haven't really had anyone step up next to him in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right. This is their
And-
best year that they've got
Yeah,
the
and this
best
is by
chance.
far the best year. I think Doc is even under more pressure than the Sixers team is because he's repeatedly floundered in the playoffs ever since 08.
Yeah.
He's been living off that ring for a very, very long time.
Spent a lot of money off that ring.
Yeah, he's living off that one ring in 08 with the super team.
Yes.
And he's continuously made questionable decisions and choked playoff games, playoff series.
I want to say I apologize.
3-1.
I low-key sat on this podcast 2 weeks ago and was defending Doc Rivers. I'm not defending him no more. 2 weeks to watch.
Bro,
I've had 2
literally-
weeks to watch straight up bullshit with him, and I
Joel's
can't.
bailing him out.
This
every
man
time.
watched
Yes.
the team suffer when he benched Maxey for a month or so.
Yeah, dude.
And as soon as Maxey came into the starting lineup, it was a whole different team.
I mean, he was coming off an injury, but still, if he's healthy,
Yeah.
you play him.
Well, he was starting. He had come back, come off of the bench, and then started, and then got sent back to the bench, and then now he's been starting again.
That's
and
what
he's been
effed up
putting
there.
some
That
great
effed up
numbers.
the whole flow.
The
yeah.
rhythm, yeah.
And he wants to say that, Maxey wasn't playing enough defense. You need offense in today's NBA. Yeah, defense is important. And when it comes to the playoffs, we're going to see a lot of Melton. We're going to see a lot of, whoever else he can bring on to play defense
DJ,
for that team.
you're gonna
Tucker.
You're gonna see
You're
playoff.
going to see
Tucker
a lot
will be
of
in full effect.
playoff Tucker,
Yes.
0 points.
Those are the guys you want come playoffs.
Yeah. But I just think, like, overall, there's been so many things. I think Embiid not necessarily is fed up with it, but I think he's starting to get a little bit frustrated
Yeah.
with not only the situation, but I think the organization a little bit, coach, and the fans. And I mean, he's been vocal about the fact that,
we
like,
know about Philly fans.
yeah,
they're hostile.
yeah, he's been vocal about the fact that it's like he hasn't won MVP. I think he said it last week or earlier this week. Or last week, yeah, he hasn't won MVP. He hasn't made All NBA first team. So why is he the one that gets criticized for not having great playoff success when you have other guys like Jokic who have won 2 MVPs and has only sniffed the Western Conference Finals once? And other guys win awards and accolades and have nothing else to show for it, right? And he was kind of saying so. I think it's starting to get to him a little bit because I think. It's being the star of the team, it always ends up on you.
Yep, I would agree. I think
when you lose.
I think I'll just throw what I had in there. I think it's close to being almost a blow up, soon.
Yeah. And I mean, he could.
If you go another year or two unsuccessful with such a talented roster, I definitely think.
And I mean, it's not like Harden's got 5-6 years left.
No,
I don't.
And
I don't
I
see
make
that
a drastic thing too, though. I just don't think because I feel like Harden has adjusted his way. Maxey found his way. In my opinion, the most inconsistent guy, and he plays heavy minutes, is Tobias Harris.
Yeah,
like
he's their main defender.
Yeah, he's like their
when things
guy,
are breaking down, like even his numbers when either Embiid or Harden out is unfucking real. Like my man's averaging like a good 18.
Yeah.
Why can't I get a solid like 10 or 12 with you on the floor?
He's stuck in the corners.
Like you stuck in the corners, move. You can move, bro. You telling me Harden if you don't move and get open, you telling me Harden not gonna find you. I'm talking about
you already got PJ standing in a corner. You don't need somebody else on the other
I don't
corner.
need both of you in the corner. And then on top of that, Tobias, you almost in that realm of like a Patrick Williams right now. You on the floor for cardio.
Yeah.
Brother.
Rebound. Pat been playing better.
That's what I'm saying. Pat's been playing better. That's why the Bulls look better. But Tobias is taking Pat Will from the first half with him now.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, that's where this is leading to a blow up at. Because it's like, I get Harden to play well, Maxey to play well, and B keep doing what he's doing, but then somebody else fall off the wheels. Like, last year, it was Tobias playing well, Harden playing like shit,
right?
Maxey playing well, and B. It's always somebody falling off the wagon with that.
You gotta get all the gears moving at once.
With Tobias, like obviously it's not necessarily his fault, but his contract's going to weigh on him as well. He makes the third most money on that team, and he's making max money, and He ain't
You
a
gotta-
max player, and
That's what I'm saying.
you don't even have max player games anymore. Like you look at when you see 20 plus from him, you're like, oh man, Tobias had a great game.
Yeah.
Like when you're making what, like 20, 25 plus mil a year, you can't be holding a 22, 23 point game as like, oh man, he had a great game.
Right.
I expect more out of that. Like
Yeah.
I suspect that on a consistent night.
Mhm.
Like you
I mean,
can't
he's got
tell
the
me,
talent for it.
yeah, but you still can't tell me with somebody who scores at will, he draws so much attention. God damn it, look at Josh Green in Dallas. He's phenomenal for Dallas. It's like on a new level. He like, I got Kyrie, I got Luka. Well, I can fulfill my role. Tobias can do the same thing. I don't think he's trying enough, in my opinion. It's like nights he give you the energy, and there's other nights he don't. And I feel like if you keep going, it's gonna be somebody else. Then it's gonna be Maxey. And B gonna be trying to get ran out of Philly, and it's not even Embiid's fault, like in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like it's no way a player keep busting his ass and then no help, and then you all just keep blaming him. Like
Yeah, there's a
like,
there's a lot of
that's
guys on Philly that definitely have a lot of pressure. I would say definitely going into the series. I think Tobias is one of them. Honestly, that whole starting lineup. You came in, you brought a lot of guys in here. It's time
to
to
PJ.
get the fruits of your labor. You know what I'm saying? It's been years, so
And
they can't even get out of the second round.
over the last month, Tobias has only taken 9.3 shots a game.
Yeah.
And like you're supposed to be the fourth option. And like per numbers, yeah, that he's the fourth option, but you're right there with the DeAnthony Melton, who's not known for his offense.
He's been balling though in the last few weeks.
I mean, he's had some good games, notably against
But for his
Chicago,
role, though?
yeah. McDaniels
Because that's
fired at the deadline.
he understands
the
it.
game last
Right,
night.
exactly.
Yeah. But with Tobias,
He
I just feel like
understands his role.
he's lost. He's like the lost man in that lineup. He doesn't have the like, hey, we need you to be this, and it feels like it. I mean, it just doesn't work.
And that's where it goes back. And I think that's where it go back to Doc. Like you can't have that type of talent. You can't use him.
Yep, that's what I was just about to say. You can't have somebody that's that tooled and just have him be literally a spot up corner three shooter on offense. You got to get more plays for him. So that'll be very interesting to see, especially because at this moment their second round matchup is the Celtics again, and we've seen how they are come postseason. So that's potentially lined up for another second round exit for the fourth season in a row. So I think that was again, that was my pick that I thought had the most pressure. I'm gonna go to round this out, this segment on. I'm gonna go Denver. I think is a huge pressure this year, especially the last two seasons. Again, you were looking at an injured team. You weren't sitting in the highest possible seed. You had the MVP, but again, you didn't have the greatest pieces around him. Now you've got everybody back healthy. You've got a great bench. You've got another possible 3-time MVP. You are the number one seed. You know, it's been a few years now since you've been to a conference finals, including getting bounced in the second round twice, 2 straight years. I think it's a lot of pressure, man, because a lot of people look at this team as the best team in the league, right up there with maybe Milwaukee or Boston. You've been doing it all year. Yeah, I gotta at least see a conference finals, but honestly, I think a finals appearance is what I think and is what most people are expecting, which is why you have such high expectations that people are holding you to. So you feel there's more pressure to fulfill those when you've got so many different things and you're making all the moves to win. It's time to.
And I'm gonna go on a hot take.
Go ahead.
I got Denver out in the first round.
I mean.
And this is where we talked about last year, because if the Lakers get that 8 seed, that's a bad matchup. Or the Warriors, but I think the Warriors will get 7 or 6.
Yeah,
we said 6 last year or last week.
Yeah, I'm thinking
we say they would fall, they would slide because of the road. We had the Mavericks jumping, and the Mavericks like lost like every
right. But that's another thing. The Mavericks could get to 8, the Lakers could get to 8, the Warriors could fall to 8. Like any of those 3 teams is not a good matchup.
To be honest, I don't like the Timberwolves matchup for Denver either.
I'll be honest, from 6 to 11 right now, I don't like either matchup for them.
Pelicans are the only matchup.
Pelicans, I can see them winning. Thunder, if Zion was there, that'd be a different story.
Yeah, Pelicans and Thunder, I
somebody to match that size.
Now I'll tell you now the Thunder one. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I think it is dangerous. And that's why I got them in there like that range, except for the Pelicans. I forgot Zion was still out. That Thunder team is dangerous in a sense because they have nothing to play for.
Yeah,
and they've been playing like
nothing
all
to lose,
year,
bro.
And
got
they
nothing
probably
to
got the
lose.
most unguardable guard in
Mhm.
the NBA at this point.
Yeah,
Dude,
and he
And
can
you're
make
gonna put him in a
it's
series,
unreal.
he can
and
make
he's
Jamal's
gonna
life
take
hell.
his. I've watched SGA give Dame trouble. I didn't watch him give everybody trouble all year.
Oh
Mhm.
god,
And it's
yeah.
not, and it's like a peaceful, like in a graceful,
It's so
like
graceful how
30.
easily he just glides through the lane.
That's
Bam.
what I'm
foul.
saying.
It is the
It's
most
an easy
confident
30 a night.
Yeah, it's the most confident over 30 and a half, 31 and a half I
Oh,
take.
every time.
Literally.
Like,
every time.
like if to any of my bettors out there, like I don't know if you not putting money on SGA, you can put, I don't care, put 10 on a 30 ball. And he's gonna get it regardless.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
that's how much work he does. And then
Yeah.
Giddey makes big steps for them.
I like,
Okay,
you know who
Jalen
Jalen Williams. There you go.
Yep.
Yes, those two guys make so many different things for them. And Lou Dort has playoff experience.
Yeah.
I will take that. That team, if you put them in a playoff series, they're gonna give them a run for their fucking.
That's a hot take. That's a hot
Yeah.
take.
The only thing that scares me about the Thunder is their interior defense. Because
Yeah.
I think their perimeter defense with
If they go inside out
Jalen-
with Jokic would
yeah.
be really tough for
with
them.
Jalen, Dort, and Shea, like that's disgusting. Right. That
The
perimeter defense
length,
is
the
disgusting.
quickness.
But the defense interior, that's why the Nugget. That's why I take the
Aaron
Nuggets
Gordon
in
would
that
have to be a huge X factor in that
Yeah.
game.
But the Nuggets,
Like Aaron Gordon has to find a way to slow down.
yeah, he was playing
has to
so
find a way.
well earlier in the season too, and as of late, he's fizzled out a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about it at the gym this morning
Yeah.
that if they can find a way to get him around 15 a game
Yeah,
consistently in a playoff series,
like
that's
15
really
and 18,
dangerous.
Yeah,
Because MPJ is
And that's
already
what-
sitting around 15. Jamal's going to need to be up
Jamal's
with
a-
Jokic numbers.
yeah. Jamal's been sitting there like 20 and 7
Right.
recently.
I'll be honest, I don't think
he's
he
going to
has
need
it.
to do more. He's going to need
They
to do
don't
more.
have it. And that's my two things. I don't think Aaron Gordon has it, and Jamal Murray needs another year.
I think the problem is the last 2 years you get to the playoffs and this Jokic ball is so predictable.
Mhm.
Come when the game slows down and it gets into that half court playoff setting,
Yeah,
the Jokic ball is easier to guard. It's easier to read. It's easier to play against.
when teams,
Especially when you don't have guys
and
knocking
teams,
down
teams
shots.
are picking on him to get him tired, so then you can't play through him on offense. because
Exactly.
he's
And then
gassed. That's
yeah,
where,
and I think a lot of teams take a page out of the Iowa handbook when they play against Iowa, in a sense. Like, prime example, I take that back, Purdue. You watch Purdue be great all year, right? And then I'm only talking about the Zach Edey era. We
Right.
watched them be great last year. We watched them be great this year. But the same thing I think about with the NBA and college basketball season. These first 25 games, yeah. In the college world, they're a little bit more important. But in the NBA, these 82 games don't really make a difference until the teams start making adjustments in each game.
Yeah.
As we start to make those adjustments each game, all I've done is get my teams adjusted to guard Jokic. So when the playoffs come, I done got so much different tape on how to guard Jokic, and then all they're gonna do is the same thing. No type of adjustments. I'm not saying Mike Malone's a bad coach, but no type of adjustment to their offense.
I was
That's
just
where it
actually
gets
gonna get on
iffy.
that.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. If Jamal Murray is not going for 30,
Mhm.
they have no reason to step out and double him. They have no reason to
And
step out and double an MPJ if he's not hitting 5-6 threes a
Well, yeah,
game.
and you know he's not the type he's not gonna put it on the floor. He's not gonna find an open guy.
Can too,
He's
which is
gonna
what's
chuck it.
crazy.
He's just gonna chuck it.
I was gonna say Mike Malone. I don't trust him, man. After what he did yesterday and almost blew the game against the Sixers, like back of the bench, just it. I think he's too emotional. You know, it was 7 minutes left. It was an 18-point game. Jamal committed a turnover and they got a bucket. And it was a 15-point game. He then takes out Jamal. He takes out MPJ, keeps Aaron Gordon on the bench.
And left the bench players in with Jokic.
He put bench players and Jokic in, and they got eaten up alive by Montrezl Harrell and some other bunch of bums who Philly fans have been asking out all year. And like, as a coach, when you're up 15 with 7 minutes left, you say, starters, give me 4 minutes and end it. And then you come out, you take them out, right? Is that not? And so I don't know. I think I've seen it before. We've seen a lot of like glaring holes that I feel like he doesn't adjust. It feels very much like whether it be Jokic taking over, Jamal getting hot, and that's kind of what saves him in some games. I don't know. And obviously the recent years as well.
And I'll be honest, I have seen that too, but this is where it comes down to me. There's been many games I watched this year with Denver where he tries to let it play out a little bit, and it just gets fucking worse. with Jamal Murray and turnovers, or like the shot selection gets bad.
Mhm.
And that's where it has to be sit down real quick and put him back in. Yes, I don't agree with taking him out for too long, but I think losing Bones Highland was a big thing. Because that was
Huge. Stole the
Why
words right
be-
out my mouth.
Why?
hooping right now.
Because yes, and it's the issue with that is this: is that when Bones Highland came into the floor, it gave you another point guard to calm the game down. Even like last year when you had Campazzo, he did the same thing. He sucked, in my opinion, but hey, he knew how to run an offense at least.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll take it. I need 5 minutes, Campazzo. Stay out there, brother. Then Campazzo fizzle. Who we get? Bones Highland. Like he's constantly made adjustments. I just think now you're getting to the point where this team doesn't have many more adjustments to make. Like I feel like Bruce Brown should be running a lot more minutes than what he's having.
I think he might have to.
Because he plays the best off of Jokic, in my opinion.
Oh, he did the same thing in Brooklyn when they had KD. Him and KD
Like,
in a
he-
two-man
'cause he
game
just-
was scary.
Because he just knows how to be a background guy. Like,
Like set the screen, get out the way. If you're wide open,
that's
knock
why-
down your shot.
yeah, and that's why I go like you need MPJ. Well, not MPJ. It's more Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray needs another year. Why? Because he has shown he's tried to take every time he forces it, he has a bad game.
Mhm.
And that's what it's going to have to be in the playoffs. He's going to have to force some stuff. And if he ain't on his thing like he was in the bubble, they not winning.
Yeah.
Like I could see that first and second round exit.
Yeah, and they signed Reggie, who has been a healthy scratch in most
A
of
lot
their
of the
recent
games,
games.
Which is ignorant. So that's
That's
why I
gonna
can
be
see
that's
what-
gonna
yeah.
be that's gonna be big minutes if he can get in there too.
Yeah.
a lot of like teams
That's
are like
better.
letting Reggie
That's a guy that's gone deep with the Clippers for 3 straight seasons now.
deep.
So yeah, I think we're all on pretty good
Yeah.
fair page with all 3 of the teams we
Yeah,
chose.
I want to shout out the Clippers. Obviously, whenever the playoffs roll around, it always seems like they have an injury excuse. Right now, Paul George is down.
Well, he was 2 to 3 weeks last.
Yeah, they were
week, so
saying he will miss the regular season, but he
he'll
could
be
be
ready.
back for playoffs.
I think he will.
Going home.
Because if they can stay out of the play-in, which they're it's close again, but if they can
right.
stay out
Does
of
it
the
really
play-in,
matter?
Right now, the matchup.
They're
I think
going
so.
home.
I think so.
It depends on who
They're
they
going
match
home.
up with. I think
It's gonna.
I could see
it's
them
Phoenix.
targeting the Kings.
Hey.
No, I can see them targeting the Kings. I can see them purposely.
I
dropping
don't
a
want to
6.
play the. If I'm them, I would not play the Kings.
I would
Dude,
want to play the
I'm so-
Kings.
yeah,
because-
I'm in a disagreement with you.
One, their defense is not.
I don't want to
good.
see Kawhi come playoff.
The Kings defense isn't good. They rely they rely on pushing the ball a lot and playing fast.
Mhm.
And in the playoffs, that's just not it. And I just think there's not enough players with
I would
playoff
take. I think I'd
experience.
take the Kings over the
But-
Clippers before I would take the Suns over the Clippers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro.
Wait. Time out. Why would you take?
KD? It's got to be a KD show.
No, not even. I could break that down
Yes.
for you in a second. Now, Clippers going home in the first round is Phoenix. You tweaking.
Mhm.
I'll be honest with you. Why? Why they going home? CP3 ain't got nobody guard that's a one over there. So we ain't worried about no.
God.
We not worried. Who? Westbrook? I'm sorry. I love Westbrook, but what he gonna do? He gonna shoot us in the game.
Chris Paul can't even jump anymore.
Right, but
You're gonna have
Westbrook
to box
keeps
out. You're gonna have to box
Right.
out Russ on all these offensive rebounds.
That's cool. Russ still gonna
Dude.
shoot 4 for 24.
KD's
I'm
gonna
not
have to go for like 40 because Book's gonna have a
KD
nightmare. Book's gonna have a
KD's
nightmare.
right, but you can't keep icing. So Kawhi can't guard KD and Book.
Yeah,
Both
they
of
got
them
Paul
gonna eat.
George.
No,
Paul George didn't slow down Book the last 2 series. I'm not listening to that. Not.
yeah, Paul George is one of
Then,
the best.
honestly,
defenders
if
that
it's
gets
me, if
even.
I'm in that series, I'm putting Kawhi on Book.
you're telling let
I'm putting
KD.
Kawhi
get
So
out.
then you gonna tell KD? You gonna tell
He
Paul
don't
George
hit
to guard
100% of
KD?
he hits 50% of his shots, not 100, not 75.
Book's right, but
He's
Book makes
gonna
less
score
than,
like 40,
but
45.
Book make less than that and got cooked. Paul George got
Right,
cooked
so
by
give his
that.
ass 10 a game.
That's why he's saying put Kawhi on.
He's gonna get less than
Book.
10.
Let
He
KD
said
get
put
his.
Stop it. Stop it. Cool.
Okay,
That
at
Booker
the
couldn't
end of
even
the day-
score on Luka in 7 games. You gonna expect that on Paul George
At
and
the
Kawhi?
end of the day, Aiden gonna kill Zubac. I'm not listening to that. And we got
Aiden's
depth
soft.
finally.
Aiden's soft as
He's
hell. Come
soft,
on, what are you
man.
doing? Where has he
Zubac's
been
soft
the
as
whole
shit.
second half of the season?
That's cool with me. He'll show up when I
Zubac
need him
at
to.
least
I
plays
just-
hard. He knows he's
That's
not
cool.
great.
And that's not even my X factors. My X factors are still Terrence Ross. Okay.
No, your X factors are in Brooklyn. Sorry.
no,
Your X factors are in Brooklyn.
No.
Don't change your mind 20 minutes in the podcast.
no,
So what happened at the
no.
start of the podcast?
No, they still
Terrence
got
Ross and
pressure.
Terrence Ross and Eric Gordon they're equal. I don't
Eric
see
Gore's been balling since he came to the
yeah,
Clippers
he's
too.
been playing well. Except for when I bet on him.
I'm not saying
Terrence
20,
Ross-
but I'm saying filling his role.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, the Clippers do not want to see Phoenix.
I'm sure they don't. I'm sure they'd rather have the Kings.
I'm sure they'd rather be 4.
Yeah. I'm sure they'd rather
which is a half game away.
yeah, but KD
because
KD
Phoenix
comes back tomorrow. So
all right.
I just say you don't want to see KD and Book. Paul
KD,
George is the
yes.
X factor.
Kevin Durant, yes.
KD
Kevin
and Book.
Durant, yes.
KD and it's going to be a great matchup. KD and Book.
I would
That's all
love
I
to
gotta
see
say.
that.
I can see them intentionally going down to 6.
I agree.
Especially with Paul George out. They have the excuse like, oh, we're losing games because Paul George is out.
I think they win at least the first round.
Who?
The Clippers.
The Clippers?
Yeah.
If this finished today, you still got that?
Yes,
All
bro. What are you
We'll
talking
talk
about?
after. We'll talk
Oh.
after. You know I'm a ride for my Phoenix Suns.
If it finished like this today and
Oh,
the
Jesus.
Warriors
Every team is on different teams.
Look,
That's your Phoenix
look.
Suns.
Time out. First of all, I'm a Brooklyn fan too. So that's because of Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. That's because I really do miss my
There you
brothers,
go.
okay? I
Okay,
really do.
wait. So this is actually perfect. I wish I would have said this before we were arguing. Is that the biggest playoff match you would like to see?
as of right now, it's the second.
Okay, so
Nah,
so
my biggest. Who's
who's
your
your
first?
first? Who's your first?
Right now, that Grizzlies Warriors matchup,
Okay.
give me that. I will take all
Which
of
is
that
if
shit
it
ain't
ended
interesting.
today.
Don't it's so
that
much
shit's
fun. I love
shit's
I
not
love the
interesting.
drama. I love it. I
think
am
it's
That
here
the
for
drama
it.
Pretty
is interesting.
stupid.
That series is not interesting. I'll be
I
honest
love
with
it.
that now.
What do you
Bruh.
think Warriors blow them out? Or do you think the
I got
Grizzlies?
Warriors at 5.
The Warriors would have to play on the road in 4 of the games if it goes to 7.
You need one game on the road.
He's
One.
not wrong.
He's not that, but that's the same argument for the
One.
Grizzlies.
No, but he's saying if the Warriors win in
One.
5, you only need to
Yeah.
win one game on the road, which is what I've
I
been
will
saying about
literally take the team who's 30-8 at the crib over a bunch of guys who low-key did this last year.
them.
Show
They've
me
done it 2
something
years in a row.
different. 2 years in a row, we're going to be great. I know you love them. Jared Jackson's going to foul the fuck out.
Hey,
You know,
him and Draymond.
Dylan Brooks is going to probably be so in tune with the Draymond Green matchup that he's going to forget how to play basketball.
Yeah, he gonna get himself
And then watch.
ejected at least twice.
Hey, man, and then I love Ja, but damn, what Ja gonna get, man? Is he gonna be confident? Oh
I
shit,
don't
he
know.
gonna be
He's
on the
been he been hella quiet since he came back, and that's not the job we know.
That's not good. It's
That
not good,
means-
bro.
He plays best when has that kind
The
of
worst thing that
anger,
could happen.
Swagger.
that
The
controlled,
worst thing
yeah,
that
that swagger.
Yeah, the worst thing that could happen in Memphis was the Ja Morant thing.
Yeah, I think
Before a whole month before the playoffs kick off. Yes, roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about the 30-8 Warriors at home as being the road team against
could
the
bring up that
32-5 in Grizzlies.
Like,
Man,
I'm gonna
that-
tell you, like I told you before, that's cute.
Man, I don't
That
know.
is
I-
I take playoff experience as well. Usually,
That's cute.
usually,
We talking about
man.
hey, and you know
And
what's
I'm just,
fun
I
about this?
like the drama. I like eating with I like sitting there with my popcorn. Just
Right.
Yeah,
It's no
you one of
drama.
those-
It's no
that's some
drama.
casual shit.
oh, it's gonna be drama.
It's literally it's just Dylan Brooks, okay? It's no
Oh, yeah.
drama.
But it
Just
the
Dylan
team
Brooks.
rides and dies for him, and that's their
Yeah,
part of
but
their
you know what the
problem.
real issue is? That everybody has not been talking about it all this whole time. Is Klay Thompson. That's all I gotta say.
Bro,
Klay Thompson, he is on another level, and he's slowly. I don't even know. I think he's back in
I
his.
feel like
game.
he's a fuse just ready to go off.
Yeah. And
Bruh, and
we
you
know
gonna put him in
he's-
that series?
We know he's the one that's like he don't talk a lot.
You know he's
All
he's
these
got like
guards.
a 12 bagger
All
in his
these
fucking
guards.
locker,
Yeah.
12 threes in his
All
locker in
these
a closeout
guards.
game.
All right. Desmond Bain, Dylan Brooks, Devin Booker, all these shooting guards, top shooting, all of them talking shit to him. You don't think he finna put on the show this playoffs? Like, he didn't call his groove now. Only motherfucker I'm worried about is Jordan Poole, who back in his old role and playing like ass again. Like,
He had a good game in the last game.
Brother,
Brother.
yeah, but I need
He's
Yeah,
to
just-
but we're
he's
saying
been
that once every
inconsistent.
2 weeks now.
Yeah, it's once every 2 weeks now. It's not consistent like it used to be. I ride with that. I will ride with Steph, Clay, and Draymond until that shit fall apart.
Yeah, and you rode with Tom
I
Brady
don't-
till it fell apart.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Technically, I've always hated Brady. I just, you just don't bet against the GOAT. That
No,
was
I'm
my
with you.
history.
I'm with you on this one. I'm with you.
Yeah,
on
that
this
was my
one.
track. Yeah.
I'm also taking
I
the
don't know.
Warriors in
These
that
Warriors
series.
just suck on the road, man.
Dude, it's the regular season. It doesn't fucking matter.
Dude, they're 2 games out from missing the goddamn playoffs
It doesn't
entirely.
fucking matter.
Look at the West, bro. It's just a little bit West.
Yeah, it's a cluster.
That you could say that about the Suns.
No.
You could say that about the
They
Clippers.
The Suns, though.
4 through 10 is 3 games. You
Kuminga
can't just pick
hooping.
one team out of that
You know,
clump and say they're this
yeah,
game.
but they got
Wiggins
KD,
All
like,
right,
they're chilling.
so we got Warriors,
Wiggins
Grizzlies,
is
and then the
looking-
other one we had
Yeah.
was Suns, Clippers, which I think was really just hot
Yeah.
because of the varying opinions. My other one that I
Yeah.
had was actually the second round matchup between the Celtics and the Sixers. I did kind of talk about it already, just because if them two win and Embiid goes out again in the second round, that shit's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's so bad. But in terms of a first round playoff here, I think Cavs, Knicks.
It's the only one that really looks.
Yeah, that bitch
Oh,
lit.
I think Celtics Heat's pretty crazy too.
I
Because of how
Yeah.
defensive they make that game.
Yeah, it
When
makes
the
this-
game is when it's defensive, it's just who can make the last couple
Yeah,
buckets.
and
again,
that's Jimmy's
yes,
game.
they have JT, they have JB, but Jimmy is there to hit a 15-foot pull up,
Yeah, with
make
point-
it 92 to 90. You know what I mean?
0.2 seconds left. Yeah,
So that's a series where I could see the Heat stealing.
and it's a
couple
rematch of the ECF last
I'll
year.
be-
last year, yes.
I tell you what game I want out the East,
Cleveland.
and this
You
all
got-
depends on my. No,
You got-
no, I got my Bulls sneaking into that 7 seed. Play
That'd
the
be
Celtics.
sick.
Yeah.
Hey, we play the Celtics pretty well.
Yeah, and we have a game against the Hawks still too.
That's one of the few teams we do play well.
I honestly got a feeling that we got a week left, roughly.
Yeah,
The
The
Pat
Hawks gonna
Bevs.
slide.
Yo, what do you think? We haven't even talked to you since.
yeah. So
What do
we
you
got
think
Pat
about
Bev.
that, man? They've been.
You know,
They're pretty
everything we talked
sneaky.
about,
They look
bro,
like a
everything we
basketball
talked
team.
about,
Yeah.
right? Everything we talked about with the Russell Westbrook, about him bringing that grit, that energy to that squad. Pat Bev did that and some.
Yeah,
Pat Bev just happy to be home, okay?
yeah.
Right.
That's what I see. And that energy he's bringing, that's the reason this is all turning around. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't think many people understand. Pat Bev is a glue guy.
Mhm.
When things ain't going right, you watch him walk up to guys and pat him on the back, like, bro, you still good. Like, I need you on the floor. Get your head together. Right. That's why that Minnesota team was so well. You got Ant playing so fucking well.
I couldn't
during his
believe they
first
got
year.
rid of him. I can't
Like,
believe
it's
Minnesota
look-
got rid of him. That was so bogus.
For Rudy.
Yeah.
That's the worst
For
part. It's not they
Rudy.
just got rid of him. It's for Rudy.
And that's my thing. He brings so much to a team that
Mhm.
we don't get to see. Everybody's so worried about stats nowadays. You need a guy like that who's gonna bust his ass for 48 minutes a game.
Right.
Who's gonna lay out every night. Who's gonna be like, hey, Zach, that's a shitty shot. You want to throw them motherfuckers? I'll throw them with you. But that's still a shitty shot at the
Yeah.
end of the day. Bring it together. Like, he brings that toughness out this team. And I think that's why it's so
That's what we've always said they were missing all season.
You don't want to see this Bulls team right now. Now, if it's Milwaukee, yeah, they want to see anybody because the Bulls suck against Milwaukee. God damn
Hey,
it.
we're 2-1 against them this year,
They
right?
get-
I think Giannis didn't play one of those games.
Yeah,
though.
but-
I don't care. A win's a
and
win.
Chris
baby.
Middleton was out one of them.
That's like saying the game we beat the
Stop
Sixers
this.
earlier in the season.
That was when we
No,
got-
I agree. That would be a tough matchup, especially again when you think of pure bucket getters. The game's about a bucket again. The Bills obviously got better on defense
The
with
who?
the
The Bills?
addition.
The Bills.
Get me excited now. The Bulls, they got better on defense with the addition of
Yeah.
Pat Bev and just in
And
general.
they were
it
already
became
good.
more of a team. But I just think in a half court setting again, you got Zach, you got DeMar,
Mm.
Vooch can play a little bit of inside out, outside in. Those are guys. You got multiple options come half court in a half court setting. So yeah, I like that actually. I didn't even think about that because they're sitting down there at 10, but
Yeah,
which
they
was
play well
7
against
like
the
2
Heat, by
nights
the way.
ago. Or 8.
That's
say
what I'm
what?
saying. They can sneak in 7.
yeah.
They play well against the Heat.
They do.
Blew them out
So,
last
like,
time.
They did.
that's what I'm saying. They
Well,
were healthy. So
We were blowing them out, and then we let them back in the game, and then we saw it out.
Correct. We
That's-
usually do that.
And that's
Yeah.
because Jimmy's starting to understand how soft that team is. That
Yeah, the
team
East
soft,
is a lot
man.
less interesting the more I look
Yeah.
at it. The West is where it's like, man, the 1 could lose, the 2
Lit.
could lose, 4 and 5 are
4
like
could 5 could
potential
10.
1
4
seeds.
could fall to 10. It's wild out here.
Yeah,
Well,
because
yeah,
we're
you
not
can-
even talking about the Mavericks who are down there at 11 and like they
I'm
could
so
be a
mad at
7
that
or
shit.
8, and that's a terrible matchup for
That's so
Anyone?
depressing.
Denver and Memphis
And anyone else.
Hey,
and anyone
What
else.
if
right?
Hey, what if Utah squeezed in? That'd be fucked up.
I mean, they're a dangerous team. We saw the potential
and a half
early. You know what I
But
mean?
no Dallas, bro. Hey, you did all that to get Kyrie, and we can't get y'all in the playoffs, bro.
Yeah, the worst thing is a week ago today, we all said that they would overtake the Warriors and hop into that
I mean, it's
6
still
seed.
there.
It's still possible, but they've looked.
I gotta apologize to the Lakers too.
The problem is, and I'll say this quickly before you say that, because I'm going to actually give you praise. After the Kyrie trade, you said that they would still have trouble because they got no one that can defend anybody.
Yeah.
So if they don't score 120, they're going to lose because they're giving up 120 every game.
And
So
on top of that,
it
they
gets
still got
tiring
issues
having
in
to
the
score
clutch.
120 every time. Yeah, agreed. They still don't have. They're not on the same.
I've never seen two guys who can score on their own just have so much trouble in the clutch.
Well, I think it's enticing because Kyrie's so used to having to defer to like a LeBron and a KD.
Yeah.
So like now he's got Luka who's like okay with him taking the shot. It is kind of different for him, I feel like.
Yeah, and I think Luka's also trying harder than he without when he didn't have that true.
He can't not make the playoffs. He's
Well, yeah.
trying his ass off.
But I'm saying when Luka didn't have that true number 2 superstar, right? When he had Jalen Brunson, he was taking the last shot.
Yeah.
Now I think he's consciously trying, hey, let me give the ball to Kyrie. Because hey, he knows that the defense is going to put their number 1 guy on.
Kyrie's like, bro, this is you.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw it that one first
but
game.
you're open, but this is you.
Yeah,
but you're open, but you're in your spot.
Yeah,
just literally fucking volleyball back and forth. Okay, so we did kind of clear that up. I did agree. I don't know. I'm gonna stick with. Oh man, I kind of liked yours though. That Warriors Grizzlies would be fun.
I'm here for the popcorn and the tea, man.
Yeah, I might pick that as my favorite. Suns Clippers.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my Suns Clippers.
That would be. I might want to see that the most. So I wanted to touch.
I got Denver and LA too. God damn it.
We talked about that last week, and we were all on the bandwagon that would be very tough for a healthy Lakers to lose. I think.
I don't want to see Bron.
Quick one is the Nets are shutting down Ben Simmons. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Before they said that, I forgot he was even in the league again.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I've been
with all that all the hoorah around the Nets and all the trades they made. I forgot he was even there.
And the craziest thing is like we talk about the team structure.
Hey.
Goodbye.
They built the perfect Ben Simmons team. They said, hey, here's a bunch of wing defenders and shooters. The floor is yours. You got your one pick and roll big that can cut for an alley-oop.
He said,
I'm just convinced he does not like basketball.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
That's who I'm at. I can make a good chunk of meals just to, I showed up for half, a little bit, not even half, like a quarter of the games, and then, just pay me. And then I can go about my day.
I just think showing up for a quarter of the games, he only plays a quarter of the game when he's there, anyways, because he can't play him in the fourth quarter.
Right. So he's on his way out the door.
That was I agree. I think he'll go to a bad team.
I don't think he's going there either.
No, because any contract in the NBA is valuable in one way or another.
I think he'll be on a bad team next year.
Have a team that's willing to take on his salary. Something like a team like Houston.
Why?
If they don't get lucky in the lottery.
That's the only team.
I could see them taking that.
That's
gamble,
the only
man.
team I can see him taking him. But the reason why I don't see them taking him is because they got so many people in that position already. They don't need him.
Well, they don't got a true.
See, the problem
Detroit.
The thing where I'm kind of on Isaac's side don't need him. No, they just drafted guys.
San Antonio could use them. To be honest,
I think with Isaac's part is, I think he might be out of the league because I don't know if he's going to be willing to take like a pay cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because 100%, if he's willing to take a pay cut, I think you can stick him into any contender to be a backup point guard.
Yeah.
If
run out there,
he doesn't want to take a pay cut. But ask yourself this: do you want to even give him the pay cut?
Yes.
If he just not going to play 100%. Basketball?
Oh yeah.
That's just a waste of time.
If I can pay him $5 million,
I was literally gonna say if you're paying him $5 million, bro, I don't care if he doesn't play. $5 million is
give me 15 minutes off the bench to run the second unit.
The worst.
If he doesn't want to play. Yeah. Oh, it's $5 million. I can sign anyone that replaces that.
Wipe my butt with that. That's what they do.
It's not
the worst thing that could happen to him.
He's making.
That worst thing that could happen to Ben Simmons this season is literally the one clip from the beginning of the season of Kyrie yelling at him like, "Shoot the ball, man!" And then this is just legit, just cascaded to him just being irrelevant again, healthy, irrelevant. Like,
well, apparently he's got a nerve issue in his back.
look. He do this shit every. I'm not. No. And he come out and said, I don't want to hear shit out of his mouth. Okay, I don't. I'll be honest with you, because it's bad. He ain't played a game. He ain't sniffed a game. He ain't a good teammate. All he do is bring drama to your organization. He won't shoot the ball. I love to be 6'10" and have his gifts, because I'd be a goddamn god if it's.
And still wants to get paid like a superstar though.
Well, the thing is, he's gotten paid. It's not that he wants to get paid; he's been paid, and he's under contract for what? 3 more years? Yeah,
like I'm cool with biting the bullet and releasing that motherfucker. Go about your day.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If we can sign him to $5 million, maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. Here's your money and get out. You know what I'm saying? Like I think some teams might take a chance.
Yeah, like if he just put his head down, that's what it was so stupid to me, is that Brooklyn is actually fucking good and they still keeping their playoff spot.
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
Everyone thought they'd falter.
I mean, they had a comfy. They had a 6. They were what, 4 or?
No, they were 2 and 3.
Well, yeah. Then KD got hurt, and then they slid it to 4, and then they made the trades, and now they're 6. Tied with record with the Heat.
But you gotta think about it. Atlanta and Toronto not gonna catch them like that.
No.
Okay, Bulls not gonna catch them like that.
No, they're gonna at worst be the 7th seed,
right?
Most likely.
Yeah, and that's only if Miami can stay. Well, shit, win a game. God damn it, they losing the wrong teams.
Yeah.
I just think Ben Simmons done, bro. I just want him out the league. You wasting all of our time.
So what do you think then?
I
think he'll be on a team.
Yeah, I think with the NBA, one, contracts are assets.
Yeah.
If you're a bad team, you can get draft picks for taking them on.
Right.
If he gets cut, released, whatever it may be,
doesn't matter.
A 1-year prove-it deal is the whole point that they're literally no harm, no foul.
He's old.
Yeah, and it's like he don't play. Guess what? He's on a 1-year prove-it deal, and he's gone.
He's gone next year. Yeah,
that's the reality.
I think there's definitely multiple
options.
I can see him still getting some minutes, but again, to Isaac's point, he's got to be willing to play. He's got to want to play. He's got to. Like, even if you give him the money, is he going to show up?
Well, the thing too with Ben Simmons, and I think it's the craziest part, is typically when you have a guy who doesn't want to play, it's because they got other stuff going on, right? They're like, oh, they're doing this, they're making music, they're in fashion, they're gangbanging, whatever the fuck they're doing. Yeah. He ain't doing jack shit.
It's
that's what I'm saying. Like, most people get a contract like that, had something going on. Everybody understood. This man doesn't have anything going on. That's why I don't think you get in a contract. There's nothing there to save your ass to say, hey, Ben Simmons can really help my team. Right now, no, he can't. Yeah. Nobody.
Yeah. But
until he get out his
he
need to get his head out his ass. That's the only way.
He needs to spend the summer with Pat Bev. That's what he's got to do.
I think Pat Bev would end up in prison.
It'll either make or break him.
I think Pat Bev would end up in prison, to be honest.
No, Pat Bev gonna delete that man's number and then go on ESPN and talk shit about him.
Okay, so let's go. I think
that's Pat Bev. Okay.
I think we're all in agreement, though. Ben Simmons' future is not. It's looking bleak.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Regardless of it.
Yeah, regardless of if he's on a minimum after this contract's up or
traded,
or he's not in the league traded gets to a buyout or whatever.
I know Danny ain't in this episode. Danny can make more money than Ben Simmons in the league right now. Okay. He can help the team better than Ben Simmons. At least
Isaac, you with the pulled Charlie horse you the pulled hamstring, you can make more.
Stick me in the corner. Shit, I can score more than Ben Simmons for sure.
All right, so we're gonna move on. We're all in agreement there. I want to go and just get some March Madness talk. Show it up. For those who don't know, Vitor does have a 4-year degree from San Diego State University. So he
is Aztec.
Yes, he is an Aztec.
I got the exclusive
4 years.
SDSU Aztec
4 years in heaven
Aztec
over there, eating the best tacos you can get.
Oh my god! I barely even eat Mexican food here.
So I'm just kind of curious, Isaac. Man, what a hell of a fucking March Madness it's been, bro. It's the first time since they've done seeding that a number 1 seed, at least one, hasn't made an Elite 8.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to show you, we missed the first week, so we took a week off.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we had the break. Yep. Danny caught up with the socials, so we missed the whole first round, and the round of 32. So we made our predictions last week into the round of 16.
Hey,
All 4 of our teams that every single one of us picked
Yeah.
didn't even make. And he picked a couple weird teams. Danny picked a couple
I
weird
took
teams.
Tennessee.
You took Tennessee and you took actually you might have took UConn, I
I
think.
think I might.
But I know Danny took Arkansas, Danny took Michigan State, and then he took the 2-1 seeds. You took Gonzaga. I also took UCLA. Like I took all 4 of mine were out after the first day.
I went against my guys. I was like, look, I would love to see us win, but I got to be realistic. Alabama's been a powerhouse, and a defense wins championships apparently.
So I mean, I'm just
called
curious.
it. I ain't gonna count. I called it first round.
We posed a question last week about why has this been, such a crazy amount of mayhem this year? And I was just curious to kind of get your take on it. Obviously, we know it's a one and done situation. There's no series, but
well, to me, is this. I know we've been meaning to talk about the college basketball, and I'll be honest, this is why it hasn't been even brought up into our agendas or anything. Why? This year has been too many teams who have touched that 1 seed
and lost
and have failed out of that 1 seed. In my opinion, this year, I literally called the first round correct. I called all my upsets right because I didn't feel like there was one team that's been truly dominant all year, and it just takes the right matchup. Every question I had about each 1 seed came into fruition, and this is why they lost. In my opinion, like a Kansas team, you don't have your head coach, you were bound to lose at some point.
Or enough depth.
Or enough depth. Houston, start battling injuries at the wrong time. Not enough to even do nothing with that. And then you watch teams like a FAU who's 33-3, where you watch them all year. Yeah, they put a motherfucking show on all year. So this ain't nothing new to them.
They're very impressive.
This ain't nothing new to them. You watch the San Diego State. There's a reason why San Diego State.
I called them. I called them before.
It's a reason why they 31-6. Yeah, it's a reason why they 31-6 for a team that's legit giving up only 57 points a game a year. There's a reason.
2 of those losses of their 6 losses, I bet on them. I only bet on them twice all year, and they lost.
That was that Boise game that we
Tell me that. I bet on them twice, and they lost.
And then, but you look at that Miami squad, the UConn squad. That UConn squad has been number 1.
UConn's insane.
UConn looks crazy.
UConn's crazy, and I called that as well.
UConn been in it.
I think Miami. Go ahead.
UConn went through so many injuries that everybody just wrote them off. They were in the top 10. Lost. Well, actually touched the 1 seed. Lost.
They did.
And then you start writing them off because they had injuries.
They lost. They went through a stretch in the middle of the season where they lost 4 of 5. But if you take that 5-game stretch, the rest of the season they're 28-2 or something.
Keep them healthy. Yeah, if you keep them healthy, they run doing what they're doing now, beating the shit out of everybody. That's what they're doing. And then
they're huge.
All these
they're
4
long,
teams,
they're athletic.
Long, athletic. But the one thing I think that pointed to me out was the Arkansas game.
Yep.
Is this. As both teams are trading baskets to start the game, the difference in shots already can start pointing out who's going to win this game. More team-oriented shots, more one-on-one basketball.
Yeah.
We're going to guard like a team, we're going to play like a team, and then we're going to kick your ass like a team.
And that's the thing, though. That's a team, and all 4 teams don't have stars.
Yeah.
There's no Jalen Wilson, there's no Zach Edey, there's no Brandon Miller, there's no Marcus Sasser.
Miami
got to stop Isaiah Wong. Okay, he a killer. Okay. Only thing is this with Isaiah Wong this year, he's been playing phenomenally well for Miami all year. He just ain't performed in the tournament well. I think he had a 1 good second round game. He was until last game, until Charles Barkley was at halftime, was like, man, Mr. Wong is 2 points, 1 of 2 shooting.
And then they closed out that game and
then he goes for 14 in the second half, and I'll be honest, if he doesn't bring it,
they lose.
They think it should be out of them. I just think this year was no dominant teams, and a lot of teams that were in that top 8 to 9 was sleeping on these teams that was 16, 15, 14 when they've been putting up numbers all year.
I think
it's no way you sleep on that San Diego State team.
Yeah, me and Danny talked about it on Saturday about how underrated Miami has been. I feel like they're one of the more disrespected programs who now they've gone 2 straight Elite Eights and one and a Final Four. Like and yet I feel like throughout the whole season they're just a team that's not talked about enough. Like they're just more fly under the radar. They get their wins. And they're just kind of a get me to the tournament kind of team. You know what I mean? Because that's where they kind of thrive. Again, like you said, that team oriented basketball. And I think when you look at all 4 teams that are left, that's exactly what they are, is teams with a true head coach that really leads them during tough times. So
Yeah.
it's been super freaking exciting.
Yeah, Miami's got 4 guys averaging 13 plus points.
Right. And you guys have something similar.
They run a 4-guard unit.
We got one guy averaging 13, but yeah, we got.
I'm saying it's not him every game though. It's somebody different
Bradley
every game.
At 12 and a half. You got Trammell at 10. You got
it was Trammell's game the game before that.
You got Leedy at 8. You got Butler at 9. You got Parrish at 8.
And any of those guys can go for 15 plus any game.
And so
same with FAU's got their big 3, and they get to the line, they defend hard, I think for me FAU it's that coach. That coach is just does he have a job somewhere else yet?
He won't,
because I think he will.
I mean, he'll probably get something once
he's the ability of him to just know. I feel like he calls timeouts right. He kills their run, other teams' runs. He keeps his guys positive. They never look rattled. He never looks rattled. It's very impressive. Yeah, very, very impressive.
Another thing with these teams is I think most of them are older, are they not? I know SDSU's team is very senior heavy. I'm pretty sure, and the FAU's had guys who have been there for 2-3 years, and
Miami got Nigel Pack, Long.
Yeah,
most of those 4 starting guards are all like juniors and seniors.
Yeah,
but again, we talked about it last week. I keep saying last year. We talked about it last week that a lot of the younger guys coming out of high school are going to these G League. You know what I'm saying? They're choosing different routes.
Yeah, they're choosing pro.
So a lot of these big programs like Duke and Kansas and Kentucky, and the guys who are used to seeing this stacked lineup of 18-year-olds, they don't have that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these guys that have gone 3-4 years with other programs, these guys that have transferred to a couple different schools, like those are the programs you're seeing, and they have more chemistry, more continuity, more experience, and that's I think really showing this season.
And I'm glad you brought that up because Kentucky this is a way different Kentucky team this year.
They were 6th ranked, and we've got. I don't think they're better than any of the teams that have made it.
All the consistent this year.
Yeah.
All the teams that were ranked ahead. There were some teams that's in the NIT I think should have made it to the tournament.
There were some very questionable seedings. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
I want to go.
It was just no dominance.
Let's do a prediction just for the Final Four. I mean, again, let's see if we can get close to getting this right. We've only got 4 teams, so we gotta flip 2 coins. We got a chance there, but I don't know. Vitor, you want to ride with your boys?
Yeah.
There you go.
It's the first time
you made the mistake once.
Well, it's the first time we're favorited. Hey, I still bet on us though against Alabama.
The first time you're picking them too.
Yeah, the first time I'm picking them on here. I bet on them twice now.
That's probably a bad thing.
Well, I bet on them twice, and I'll bet on them again. Even though the odds aren't going to be nice to me this time. I don't know, man.
FAU, boy.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think both these games are gonna be good, and I'm glad they came out this way, because I feel like this is the best 2 matchups out of these teams that we could have got.
Dude, UConn, Miami is going to be insane.
I have us seeing UConn in the final.
Tell me why I feel like UConn is about to handle this team though.
Yeah, I mean they look scary.
I ain't gonna cap. They look nasty.
I have.
It's not even the fact that they're putting up. It's not even the fact that they're putting up like 70, 80. It's the fact that they're holding teams to 50, 60 every game.
Yeah, they're doing it on both ends.
Wasn't it like 47 last game, bro?
It was.
Wasn't even 50.
It was. I think it was 57. Wasn't it 80 something to 57?
Right.
Or was it?
Right
no,
now.
it was. I think you're right. I think it was 80, 84,
82 to 54. 82 to 54.
There it is.
Beat Arkansas 88 to 65. Beat St. Mary's 70 to 55.
50.
Beat Iona 87 to 63.
That's what I'm saying. 50 to 60 every game. But yet they're scoring upper 70s into the 80s. Miami's going to have their hands full, man. They're going to need a miracle. And I think what we said just before is if it wasn't for that second half by Wong, Texas is probably playing UConn. So
That'll be a better matchup.
and I think that's tougher for UConn. I really think UConn might run away with that one. But I'm
I
gonna
think-
ride. I have picked against FAU every single game, every single every single round. I have picked against FAU. I've sat on my couch and I've screamed at referees at why the hell is John L. Davis going to the line every single time? Why is he shooting 16 free throws a game? And I'm sitting there screaming. So this time I will be picking FAU and I will be picking UConn.
Yeah.
And that will be my finals. I'm gonna go UConn by like 15 though. In the
Let's not I think we undersold the fact that Jordan Miller had a perfect game for Miami as well in that Texas game. 7-7, Brett free throw count, didn't miss a free throw.
Right, but he could have gone perfect the whole game if Wong
Yeah.
doesn't step up for 14 second half points.
Yeah,
They lose by double digits
It was
because he was having a perfect game while they were still getting blown out.
Yeah.
Blown out, yeah.
They needed somebody to step up. I'm
Damn.
sorry, I don't want to pick against you, but I
No.
have
Hey, if
like
you
it's
picked
literally been every
if
round
you
I've
picked
picked
against them
them.
every round and they've won, then
So
I'm
you're
liking
looking
you
good.
picking.
You're
I'm
looking
liking you
good.
picking them now.
You're looking good.
But yeah.
They don't mean I'm betting on them. As long as my money's not on them, they have a chance to win.
I think UConn's gonna they're scary, man.
What do you got?
I think, yeah. All right. So UConn is just a pick because I just think it's gonna be a great game. I just think Miami running a 4-guard lineup against that team just not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. They're so undersized.
Yeah, that's not gonna work with a team that's moving as just as quick as you. Like, and that's where the advantage comes for like the 4-guard lineup. But this team's moving just as quick as you, and they bigger than you, and they guarding on top of that. So like them games getting to the half court, yeah, I'm rocking with UConn. This FAU at San Diego State,
Great
Dude,
game.
I'm telling you, it's the best way these
Great
matchups
game.
could have worked out.
But and I feel like both teams are so similar in a sense.
Mhm.
yes,
It's that
they
team
are.
ball,
Like they
methodical,
play
a little bit slow.
such sound defense. They operate in the half court so well. They got their guys. That's a coin flip for me.
This is nervous. I've never been nervous on a pick this whole tournament. Because
You
the
got
two
a
teams I've
record
been low key
goal
winning.
here.
No, because I've been winning money off both guys. Low key, I've been making parlays with both of these teams. So
So who you got? Who you putting your money on this Saturday? Pops collar.
I'm going. Let's go FAU. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Give me the 9 seed.
Vegas flip
Give me the
lines.
9. Give me the 9 seed. Give me the 9 seed.
I'll
And
tell
that's
you
the
what.
only reason.
I'm winning
Only
money off
reason.
of FAU this week.
Yeah, off FAU's loss.
I'm winning money.
Now, I'll be honest with you. The reason why it was so hard just to make that pick is because I just think, man, when San Diego State say they don't want you to score, they really don't want your ass to score. Like, I've watched teams get stuck in one number in the second half, and I'm just like,
Oh man.
damn, they got y'all under wrap.
Oh man.
It's tough.
Oh, I might change tomorrow, but I'm staying FAU.
I like that.
No.
Okay, and then you got UConn over FAU or FAU beating UConn?
Ain't nobody being UConn in my opinion. I think
Yeah.
this is UConn shit this year.
I like it.
Unless
I like
I'll be honest
It
with
would-
you, the only way I can see UConn getting tested, one of these two teams gonna have to test them. It's the only way.
Yeah.
Only way.
Gotta have to keep the score low.
Yeah, that's the dangerous thing.
But
Like, if it's
here's
San Diego
the-
State, they like it like that.
Right, but doesn't UConn like it like that too?
Yeah.
And then they can score. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
mean, yeah, they're-
they've been showing so much two
they're-
sides of the ball where it's like, okay, you want to play defense, we
But
can do that. You
the
want to
one thing
score
I
80,
watched
we
about
can
this
do
U-
that.
The one thing what I watched about this UConn team is this: when it's those low scoring games, that means
Mhm.
it's an ugly game.
Yeah. So they're probably
When
clearing-
games out-
clearing the
They don't like
fouls.
they don't like ugly games because that's when you can start picking off some of these players off of UConn. Like, all right, bro, he got 4, sit down. Okay, he got 3, sit down. All right,
Right.
he
And then
fouled
you
out,
get into the
sit down.
bench.
and now you in that bench, and it's like guys who ain't even sniffed a minute all year, and it's like, oh god,
And I
Against
think
two teams.
I think both FAU and San Diego State have done that
they
pretty
run
well.
guys all the
Mhm.
way down to the
They've
last dude
done
on the
that
bench.
pretty well.
they
Especially
all come in and
FAU's
fulfill.
they get to the line like
Mhm.
I mean, at least from what I've seen in this tournament, they get to the line like no other.
Yeah.
They're
You're gonna
very
have to keep 'em
crafty
off
at
of
working
that.
their way into the lane and just getting contact. They don't, even if they don't even care about making the bucket. They just want to get the 2 shots at the line. They don't even care.
Moving like James Harden in Houston.
Yeah, no, literally.
Yeah.
I mean, if they just went straight to the bonus for 2 shots, FAU would be knocking people out. Yeah, dude, I'm excited. This is gonna be crazy. 2 crazy games. I think, like Vitor said, this was definitely the two matchups I would have liked to see out of these 4 teams for sure. So I just want to go quickly. We're almost done here. We're just gonna wrap up with some MLB. Again, opening day is in 2 days. So everybody get your parlays ready, get your total bases ready, get your home runs and your strikeouts ready, get your RBIs ready. Everybody get it ready. So we got opening day. I want to go through and just touch on division winners. So go ahead. I'm going to pull up the divisions just in case, I want to pull up the divisions here. And I know who I got personally, and that's not it. So we'll start in the AL East. So you got the Rays, you got the Red Sox, who actually finished last, I believe, last year. I think so.
I know.
You should check that because I'm pretty sure they were.
It'll still be
The Blue Jays, the Yankees, and then I'm missing a team. I can't remember.
No, we got the freaking Arizona
Baltimore.
standings.
Baltimore. Yeah, but Baltimore finished ahead of. No, bro, wait. Yo, look that up.
Hold on, I'm checking.
No offense to Dave here.
I went to ESPN and
No offense to
No offense to Dave here. I'm pretty sure they finished dead last year. Yes, sir! Damn, I'm good. Yes, they did. So go ahead. Yankees, Blue Jays, Rays, Orioles, Red Sox. I've got the Blue Jays pulling it up this year.
Well, I'm with you on that one, C's. Blue Jays with you, baby.
Yep. If they can stay healthy, I think the Blue Jays would have won it last year if the Yankees didn't start out like
unreal,
blistering.
Yeah,
like
they avoided
teams.
the injuries
they went
for a while.
Who you got? I think it's a 3-horse race, but I think people shouldn't sleep on Baltimore.
I think it's closer to a 2-horse race to win the division. I think the division will still be pretty tight, but I think it's really going to come down to.
I don't know. Rays had a lot of injuries last year. Wander Franco played about a third of the season. Tyler Glasnow missed the entire season. I forgot he existed. You're starting. It's your ace.
Yeah,
and that's your best player probably.
No, dude, I forgot. I remember too because I was talking. He was the biggest one talking to me, standing up for the pitchers when they come to the
Wander Franco's
sticky stuff.
Oh, Glasnow's insane.
Yeah,
they're both insane. And you get both of them back healthy.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Give me your pick.
I like the Blue Jays. I like Vlad having a big year this year. I think we talked about it a little bit
Possible
earlier today.
MVP, home run leader, possible. Moving on into the AL Central, the probably worst division in baseball, I would say.
Yeah,
I would say the worst division in baseball.
the AL West is
Southside.
got 2 good teams, but
the AL West has
the Rangers actually beefed up as well. Yeah.
South
I'm going the White Sox. I'm going the White Sox. Just because you can say it because
I think I'm
chest.
gonna stick with the Guardians. I think I just need to see it from y'all.
you saw it 2 years ago.
Yeah, they don't.
We had 99 wins 2 years ago.
Yeah, but it's
We
Tony.
didn't choke. We played the Astros. That's not choking.
Is Tony?
That's
still
just
there?
the part of being in the Central.
Yeah, is Tony still there? Because
No, Tony's not there.
he's not. Did you guys? Who's your coach? Who's your manager now?
That's a good point.
I know that he left because
Let's
he was
check.
like sick and stuff. I don't remember him being like fired. Or
No,
anything.
he's not. They left on mutual agreement.
Ah, great. Yeah, he was garbage. I was
I
asking.
thought that's a good point. I can't.
Hold on, I got you.
Yeah, who's the manager?
I'm working on it right now.
Pedro Griffo.
Yeah, Pedro Griffo says he's having a blast.
yeah.
Proceeds to read entire article.
Wait, when was that? Was it May?
I love that.
Damn.
Either way, I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna say the West.
Yeah, no.
Although Isaac might want to pick something different.
yeah, no.
But
AL West?
me and Vitor are going Astros. Do you want to go
I
with the
know
Mariners?
Yeah, baby, come on, man.
I think in a
Come on,
couple
man.
years.
Fuck
Years,
Houston.
but hey,
Houston, we got a problem.
I was going through the Astros lineup, and even without Altuve, they're all like 28 and younger apparently. So yeah, that's a
Man,
big
look,
problem. That's a big problem for the rest of the league.
I'm gonna
Let me
shit
tell you
myself
something.
with Hawks
Mariners
that
gonna
game.
win this division, bro. Y'all not feeling.
Give it a couple years, and I'll be with you. because they're young.
Yeah,
They're
I got
young.
Logan
the
Gilbert.
Astros are just so fucking
Insane.
Astro-y.
Bro, I got the Mariners are insane this year.
For me, it's a
Not
culture
fair.
thing. For
Mhm.
me, it's just a winning culture
Yeah.
thing.
It's like how you talk about the
You
Warriors.
talk about the Chiefs.
Yeah, you talked about the
Yeah.
Warriors. They've
It's
been
a
bad
culture
on the
thing.
road.
Hey,
They're the
don't throw
7th
back
seed.
my words at me.
Yeah.
Don't throw back my
You
words
still
at
trust
me.
them.
So I'm taking the
I-
Astros until proven wrong.
Yep.
Isaac Moore.
Okay. I'm gonna treat the Astros how I treat the Patriots. I love them from afar, but I want them to lose. There you go.
I want them to lose too, but I'm realistic.
I don't really mind. Let's hate.
Okay, NL East, Braves,
Mets.
Mets, and the retooled Phillies.
I'm taking the Mets.
Okay.
With Bryce missing half the year, I don't think the Phillies. They're gonna be around the same kind of situation where they were, and they'll be scary in the playoffs.
Okay.
But I don't think they win the division.
Isaac, I'm curious where you're going.
Well, it's effed up. I forgot Bryce Harper was out. So I was gonna say Phillies, but now I'm going Braves.
Yep, I'm going Atlanta as well. Although I do think a dark horse would be Philadelphia to weather the storm and Bryce comes and they tear it up. I think a lot of people are underestimating. I think Trey Turner is going to be MVP. I really do. I think he's going to.
I switched my pick. I forgot he signed there. Yeah, I'll switch my pick back. Because did you see him in the World Baseball Classic? Yeah,
right, like they weathered the storm last year without Bryce, and they didn't have a Trey Turner,
and now they have a Trey Turner.
So I can still see them possibly winning. I think the Braves are just been there consistently. The Mets
The Mets also lost Edwin Diaz.
They tend to falter.
Yeah.
Think of how many of these 101 Edwin had, like 35, 40.
Yeah, I forgot about that detail.
My fault. I thought y'all was talking about.
I'm going Braves or Phillies, but I'm definitely not riding with the Mets. They tend to choke.
Yeah,
like they did last year. So the NL Central's usually a 2-horse race, especially with the other 3 teams. Kind of being in like that middle of the road rebuild kind of deal.
Let me see where y'all at.
Hey, Cubs fans think they have a chance.
NL Central. I'm sticking with the St. Louis Cardinals. I think just the 1-2 punch
of Goldie and
Arenado. You still have decent pitching. Again, it's nowhere near
what's great.
Burns and Woodruff, but I don't like Milwaukee's lineup. I don't think they can put up runs like that.
With Yelich too falling off the way he has.
I think even if St. Louis doesn't have the greatest pitching, they put up numbers. So
I think the Brewers need Yelich to return to like MVP form.
They signed Wilson Contreras, Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado. They still have Jack Flaherty, who's like a decent pitcher. I mean, I would say he's actually pretty damn good, to be honest. But I mean, yeah. I mean,
this team screams deadline move for us.
It's a
star pitcher.
Again, that would probably be one of my other weaker divisions.
Yeah.
But it's a 2-horse race for me. They're not too deep again, pitching wise, but I can't go against them, man. I feel like the Cardinals always seem to like pull it out when it matters, except for the playoffs.
Yeah. They always seem to go on a run.
Milwaukee's there.
I need y'all both to do me a favor.
You go with the Cubs or the Reds?
All day. Go Cubs, go.
Ugh.
Go Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say?
I'm taking off my headphones today. Psych ass boy, don't give me that. Give me a couple years. Give me a couple years, maybe.
No, I'll take it now. I mean, I think they can make a run for it. There's only one thing to worry about to me.
Listen to me. Would you take a run for it if you had to put money on it?
No, fuck it. Go big, go home is my life. No, go big or go home.
That little he threw the hardest hezzy in the world at you, and then drove to the paint anyways.
It fucking sounded like me throwing bets.
Hey, that's because I'm a real White Sox fan. So you asked me. I mean, I'm
Isaac hit the hardest hezzy of his world and had a clear line to the fucking cup, and he said, "Fuck it," and pulled it for 3.
Fuck that! I swung the ball. You tweaking? I ain't shoot it.
And I just passed it.
Yeah, I ain't shooting.
All right, 2-horse race.
Hey,
2.5-horse race.
Hey, we've made
Stop beating this dead horse. Y'all are trash. NL West. Padres or Dodgers?
I'm taking
Padres
this year.
Really?
I think they put it all together.
Big Chato.
Yep.
I'm going for Big Chato.
Juan Soto.
Yeah, Juan Soto.
Big
Yu
Soto.
Darvish.
Mr. Glass Jr.
Oh, but he's still missing 50 games.
Yeah, but
So
that's going to be a big boost for them.
Hey, who signed this offseason, though? It was a big signing this offseason.
they still have Jack Cronenworth, who they re-signed.
They did.
I'm going.
Wait. The Padres got Xander Bogaerts. They're the name. It clicked. There you go. Fuck Tatis. We got Bogarts. They're good.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what I'm
Tatis
taking.
is probably going to be DH in order.
I'm still taking the Dodgers.
I'm
taking
taking
the
the
Dodgers.
Dodgers. I want.
Why you taking
This
the
is the
Dodgers,
beginning of
man?
their end.
Pitching.
This is beginning of their end.
Pitching.
Kershaw should be fine.
Man,
Chokers.
There's no such thing anymore.
Kershaw should be fine.
He'll be fine. for
Walker
like
Buehler will
half the
be
season.
back. They didn't have
Chokers.
Dustin May at all last year.
They're still chokers.
Yeah, we're talking
That's what
about
I
the
see.
postseason, though. There are postseason
still-
chokers.
yeah.
We're talking about a team that consistently gets 100-something wins. I'm gonna take the Dodgers.
They signed
I think
Syndergaard too. That's disgusting.
They do
Actually,
have
like-
no shortstop right now.
Oh, they do got my boy Noah Syndergaard.
I mean, he's not good anymore, but I like him.
As good as a 4-5.
Yeah.
When you have Dustin May and Walker Buehler and Kershaw and Julio Urias in front of you, like you don't have pressure to go for 7 innings and 10 Ks. You can just get a quality start and you're chilling. So
Yeah, I'm still sticking with the Padres.
I think that's a great pick.
Give me-
I mean, it's not like the Padres don't have pitching either.
Yeah, you know,
that team's cracked.
yeah.
Joe Musgrove, Yu Darvish does a 1-2
I was
punch.
gonna say, give me the musty
Blake
Musgrove.
Snell. I
Mhm.
mean, they're. Yeah, I think that's a great pick. But I'm going the Dodgers. I'm sticking with the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers are been there, done that. Don't choke in the regular season, I should say. So, hey, it is what it is. I want to do awards quickly. We can just run through MVP and Cy Young if you want.
Okay.
I'm gonna go MVP first. Give me some. We'll go AL. Spice it up a bit on you.
I guess I'm doubling
Tim
down.
Anderson.
Oh,
Yo!
now you have to stick to your claim from earlier.
Yo! Nah, I'll
Tim
do that
Anderson.
as an honorable mention.
Yeah.
but I have like a real pick. Go ahead.
I'm taking Vlad. I'm
You fucker.
doubling down on
Okay,
my.
well now I'm
down
not gonna
here.
take Vlad.
Yeah.
I will go with that you took my pick. I think
Say it.
I
You
don't
know
want
you
to take the
say
same
it.
pick. I think Aaron Judge has a chance. I think you're still looking at Mike Trout and Shohei as a chance.
Yeah. Oh man, I would love Ohtani to win it.
I really do think Vlad has a chance to break out again.
That's if he wasn't the home run leader 2 years ago.
I think Julio Rodriguez has a really good chance to break out again.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna lie.
Um,
I'm so serious about TA over here.
Hey, fuck it. I'll go with you.
Now
This is for the people that hate the White Sox and really like watching this podcast, but hate the White Sox. Andrew Vaughn. Andrew Vaughn. Hey, Jose's gone. So Andrew
Hey.
Vaughn is not stuck in left field, right
Hey,
field.
didn't the bro you go to the
24/7.
Astros?
He did.
he did.
And
Yeah,
I'm gonna
alright.
miss the living shit out of him. Guess who we play opening day?
Oh,
The
great.
Astros.
Great.
Enough.
Andrew Vaughn. I'm picking Andrew Vaughn.
Yeah. I brought this up earlier.
I've been saying it since the end of last season.
He's got a lot of advanced metrics that favor him.
He is
having
the
full-
Jokic of baseball right now.
What? Fat and
I mean, actually, I'd probably say like
big,
Xander
big,
Bogaerts.
fat, and awkward, but makes it work.
Not fat.
He
He's average. He's
Yeah.
stocky though. But no, he's just
I
got
mean,
he's
yeah,
just
he's
got a
not- he's
pure
not
swing.
Prince
He's a pure
Fielder.
hitter. He's a pure hitter, and now he doesn't have to worry about
defense stuff. in the
catching
outfield,
fly
yeah.
balls 24/7.
Or dropping
He's
fly balls.
a first baseman at heart. He's playing his position.
Yeah.
He can worry about hitting. That's what he does best. I think he goes for like 40 bombs. I said it without Jose in front of him. He's gonna get more of those RBIs. Especially, I mean, TA stays healthy, but more or less if Luis can stay healthy, those are two guys that consistently get on base
Mhm.
a lot. I think he goes for 40 dingers, 120 RBIs. I think he has a monster season. I really do. And that's not just me being biased, like I've said that.
No,
I've
as
been
a
saying it.
non-biased fan, there's a
I've
lot.
been
There's a
saying
lot
it.
to back that up.
But my honest pick, I'll go Mike Trout. But Andrew Vaughn, though. And TA, apparently. I'll take that too. All right, NL. NL. I had my pick already. And I might have said it earlier. I think I did.
You did.
So don't pick it. Nobody pick it.
Just go.
All right, Trey Turner. Trey Turner. Monster. The problem, you know what the problem I have with MVP? I feel like they always give it to the guy who hits 60 bombs, the guy who hits 100 RBIs.
Yeah.
Like Trey Turner, he gets his RBIs, but he bats 320.
Yeah.
He gets you singles and doubles. He steals bases. Like
Yeah.
they should expand it a little more.
Yeah.
I feel like to that guy
And it's
who
gonna,
is
I
a
think,
table setter.
if they do what you said of like holding on the fort or better,
Bro,
while
that's
Bryce
big
is
towards
gone.
him. But again,
Yeah.
MLB don't care about that.
Yeah.
Mike Trout's top 5 every year, and his
Yeah.
team's terrible. I think Mookie's got a good chance too.
Yeah. He's good, man. But it pains me
Manny
to say
Machado.
that. I was gonna say, I think
Oh,
I was gonna say Manny's got a real good
I think
shot.
Goldie's got a good shot.
Goldie's got a good shot as well.
Hey,
but-
first ever preseason 99 overall in MLB The Show. Pretty crazy.
Okay, Goldie.
Give me Trey
Cy
Turner,
Young.
man. I don't know if I'm just kind of.
Riding that
That's why I
World
threw. That's
Baseball
why I threw my
Classic.
Mookie bets in there.
yeah.
But yeah, Manny's a good pick. All right,
I like
go Cy Young. Go Cy Young.
Mm.
We'll go NL because I think last year's AL is now in the NL. For those of you who know your statistics, I've got my answer already. There's a safe pick for those of you. Those of you too that want a safe pick.
I'm gonna be out there
Oh, okay.
and
go ahead.
extremely biased, but
Oh,
I'm taking
God.
Wemby.
No chance.
No, last season he started off slow, but if he just keeps up what he did towards like the 2/3 of the season, he'll be in that conversation. If he gets the
I
run
got two
support
guys-
for the win,
I got two
another
guys-
story.
I got two guys who put up stats at a much higher rate than Logan Webb does.
Yes,
Unfortunately, I do love Logan Webb
he's
and watching him
so
pitch,
much fun to
but
watch.
he's not a stat getter. He's a game winner.
Yeah,
You know,
And I
he's
mean,
not there
you
for
gotta- you also-
strikeouts. He's
you
not
also
there
need
for
runs
ERA.
to-
He's not there for win losses. He's there to just put his team in a
he
position.
was
to win.
holding a sub-1 ERA throughout like the second
for a
half of
while.
the season.
For a while, right?
Like
but
if you cut out that first,
yeah, that's not how that works.
yeah. Well, this year I'm betting on him starting off.
I'll take a
that
guy
faster.
who strikes out 300 plus and has a
Yeah.
2.5.
Yeah, but that. I mean, you want to go?
Well, I want to see if somebody takes
Hey.
one of my two.
I'm stuck.
No, we gotta win. We need some sort of win this season.
I have
Yes.
not really.
I
I
ain't gonna
haven't.
lie. This is stretch. I'm going Joe Musgrove.
That is a
I
stretch.
want all. I'm going big stretch.
Well, I'm going
stretching
probably a top 2 or 3 betting favorite. I'm gonna go Corbin Burns from Milwaukee. I would
He was
say,
number 2, I think.
yeah, and he was number 2, I think, though, or he won it the year before. Or was he 2? I
Oh,
can't
I'm talking
remember.
about betting favorite this
Oh.
year. I think he's number 2.
Yes, I think Walker Buehler for a bounce back is pretty good too, because he was really good before he popped his shit last year.
Mhm.
And then last one would be AL Cy Young.
I mean, also, I feel like Sandy, we got to mention.
I was gonna that was me when I was saying
Yeah.
there's a safe pick,
Yeah.
and I was gonna say a repeat winner, but nobody said Sandy. It's also tough to really repeat like that,
Yeah. And I mean, he
especially
pitched-
like that.
if you look at all the,
Like that, like he was dominant.
there's nobody in like the
There's
top.
nobody close,
Well, if you look at, I'm talking about in terms of innings pitched, the only guy who comes within
and that catches up to you though.
20 some, no one comes within 20 innings of him, the top 22 NL pitchers last year. So, you know, that
Yeah.
it might weigh on him or
me
it
AL.
might bolster his case.
Give me AL. I think AL is a lot harder than NL is, but I think there's a couple
there's,
decent ones.
I mean, there's 2 guys, and I think one's the fairly obvious.
Give me one.
I'm gonna go with Verlander. I feel like it's obvious, but it's just too good, man.
I think Verlander's on the Mets, brother.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he moved.
That's
Oh.
why I was surprised neither of you said that. That was my
Yeah.
number 2 for.
Damn, the NL's kind of.
And you know, you guys, you just said that. See, you know, I was really on B towards page because that's
Yeah.
what I just said.
But I forget baseball moves feel like so under the radar compared
Yeah,
to other
I was
sport
surprised
moves.
neither of you said
That's
NL
right, I remember
because I
that.
had Corbin Burns and
Yeah.
Verlander,
Verlander, for
and
the
then in the
NL.
beginning I was
Okay.
like gonna try to throw
Yeah.
you guys.
I changed my pick.
No, I'll take freaking
I'm picking Max Fried in the NL.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good pick.
I am sticking with my guy then, and I'm taking Shohei.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, I ain't gonna.
That'd be
No,
friggin'
fuck
sick.
it. I'm going Dylan Cease.
You fucker.
I'm going with newfound closer Shohei Ohtani.
I'll try to pick somebody else in. I'll go. I think
Yeah.
a sleeper pick is Logan Gilbert. I think a sleeper pick is any Astros starter because they're like 4 deep and they're all crazy good. I'll go Robbie Ray to slide in another one because he just won it 2 years ago.
Verlander and Scherzer on the same team is broken.
Yeah, bro. What are you I
It's a
was
diamond dynasty.
dumbfounded. Neither of us said that.
I remember now that now you bring it up. I remember us talking about it back.
No, I think Dylan Cease definitely for me is who I would pick, but I just didn't want to pick the same one.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that is a sleeper pick for
you were
Logan
talking
Gilbert.
about it today.
Logan Gilbert is a very, very good pick.
If Cease doesn't have
He wins it
end of
last
the
year.
season,
It wasn't even necessarily that he had a tough end of the season. It was just that he had a bump while Verlander was injured. So it was like Verlander didn't have a chance to really. Either way, that's what we got. I'd go Rookie of the Years, but considering Vitor didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm a little. Also, PJ Washington has 43 points, guys. What is the NBA?
Sir? Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right.
We're
gonna wrap this up. We're gonna wrap this up. He said 43. We're gonna wrap this up.
Oh,
Imagine right now. Think about this right now. White Sox to the World Series. Andrew Vaughn or Tim Anderson's the MVP. Dylan Cease is the Cy Young.
Cy Young.
Although I can also imagine Dylan Cease, Cy Young, somebody on our team getting close to MVP and us missing the playoffs again. That I can also see happening.
not in the Central.
It's gonna be one or the other. Shane Bieber as well.
There's a lot.
Former Cy Young.
The MLB feels real deep nowadays.
Wait.
The
What
MLB,
about Alec Manoah?
Player wise.
He's got a chance.
No.
I have Robbie Ray from the Blue Jays more than I have Alec Manoah. I think Robbie Ray's their number one. They didn't spend as much money on him, or they didn't spend all that money on him for no reason. And he was really good last year. He was probably 3rd or 4th, I think. I think Tyler Glasnow's another good pick to have a comeback season.
A lot of these guys too. We have a lot of guys coming back from injuries this year. I feel like long-term injuries adding depth to the league.
I mean, you could even go Framber Valdez or Luis Garcia from the Astros. Lance McCullers having a full season. Either way, I can go on forever. I'm a baseball guy. So we're gonna go on and just we're gonna kill it. This is it. So we're gonna end the episode here. No Danny this week. Danny was being the humble servant that he is for us and dominating on the social media grind. For those of you who don't know, Danny does have to go back into the office. So social media is gonna slow down just a bit, but again, you might see him a little less in some episodes just so he can use these Tuesday nights to catch up. We're not trying to slow down the content. We're not trying to slow down the episodes. Again, we had our week break.
Yeah. Life just be life in there.
Yeah, life is life. I mean, Isaac knows that the most.
Yeah.
That's my boy got school. He's got a fiance, he's got a baby, he's got school work. He's got and he's still here. So appreciate you guys all for following and tuning in. This has been the We Got Action podcast, bro. This is episode 43 of them things.
9 more.
Crazy. And hopefully many more. You guys have been killing it on social media and everything. All the love is great. Appreciate every last like, thumbs up, view, whatever it is. It doesn't go unnoticed for sure. Keep commenting. We got some more. Obviously, in the coming weeks, we'll have playoff basketball, which we have been waiting for since freaking October. Since the season started, I just wish it started with playoff basketball. It's the greatest thing ever. We'll come in next week with national champion.
Yep.
Baseball will have completed the first opening weekend, which is fantastic. Hopefully the White Sox can win. Good luck.
A game.
Good luck. No, we're winning 2.
As you just said, that good job. UConn's gonna win. FAU's gonna win. You're going home Saturday night.
All right, no more banter. We're cutting it. All right, episode 43. We're signing off. Thank you guys so much. It's always a pleasure, and we'll talk to y'all next week. Peace.